next one's from Spabsa. What are your views on abortion? I don't even have a view.
My
I've
view
never even
is
thought about
it's
it.
your body, your choice. If
Yeah.
you want to have an abortion, go with it.
If you get raped and then have to have a kid and you have to keep it, that's a bit mad.
Yeah, there's
That's
a lot
what
of
I
people.
would
Yeah,
have
there's
to
a lot
say.
of people though that believe that a child is a blessing, depending, no matter what
Even if
happens.
the person that it happens to is a child
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
The child don't care if it dies before it's
A child.
born.
It's a touchy subject, that.
Yeah.
So
It
I'm
is
just
at the
gonna,
minute,
I'm
yeah.
just going to pass on that. I don't even ever think about it, so it's not something I do. I don't waste time on certain subjects that I have nothing to do with. So it's it's not that it's a waste of time, and I get it's an important subject, but I just don't get involved. It's not none of my business. I've had the snip, so won't affect me. Are your children US citizens? They are. This is from Cap Highways or something like that. Did you and your wife explore US citizenship? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
And how was it driving on the right? What are some things you like from the USA vehicles that UK vehicles should have, and vice versa? Baseball, did you ever watch a game and get into baseball at all and have a favourite team? We did go to the baseball quite a lot.
Yeah.
We went to watch the New York Mets, quite regular. We actually found out Declan was pregnant when we were at the Mets game.
Declan wasn't
No, you were
pregnant.
pregnant. You were pregnant with Declan at the Mets game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So can't remember who they were playing, but we were in the corporate hospitality bit called the Silver. Was it called the
Can't
Silver
remember.
something?
22
Hospitality.
years
Someone will
ago.
let us know what the Mets little corporate hospitality bit was. We went in there, but we had a good time, and it's we enjoy baseball. Do like baseball.
What was the first question?
About the vehicles.
Vehicles.
Do you know what I
How's
could
it driving on the right? It's easy.
It was
But
easy.
do you know
The
what's
roads
something
are so
different
much bigger.
about? That's what I was going to say. The difference between America and England, it's so tight. The roads here, like
Yeah, it
so
is.
tight.
Yeah.
Like you have to proper squeeze your way.
Well, there's one place where we go on the way home, where you have to pass through, and you must have about 5 inches either side of your car to get through.
What's?
You
Oh,
know,
what
the train track.
navigation road?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, there's about 5 inches either side of your car to get through.
Yeah.
And if you make that wrong, you're hitting something.
Or if anybody opens a door without looking.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happens a lot.
So
So you're
taking
constantly
it off.
waiting for cars coming the other way if your
Yeah,
car's
you
parked
can't.
on
You
the
like,
street.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
hard.
couldn't even fit 1.5 cars through it.
Yeah.
Never mind, try and get 2.
But driving on the right was fine. What I used to do when I used to go overseas anywhere, and when we were living there especially, I just used to get in the car and get lost. I just used to go out driving and get lost and then try and figure my way home, didn't we? And that's what we used to do, just drive around and then get used to driving. But then you find out all the different areas, shortcuts.
Isn't it a bit like the layout is always a bit more understandable in America? Like it's all blocks.
In the city, it is,
Here
yeah.
it's just scattered.
Yeah.
The roads
In the
just go
Everything's
city,
anywhere.
random,
in the city
yeah.
it is, but in the suburbs it doesn't really work like that.
Okay.
I would never drive in the city though.
I did. I used to love it. I used to drive like them. I used to drive like a taxi driver, like a cabbie. Get in and remember when the guy said you used to be able to turn right on red in a lot of places. So if you're coming up to the junction, there was no cars coming. You could turn right on red. And then it used to say like no turn on red. I remember when I turned left on red.
Yeah.
The guy with me went, "You can't turn left." I went, "No one said that. No one told me that bit." Yeah. So that's that one. This one's from 4Fish47. Daz, how did you and Gaynor meet? And Gaynor, what is it about Daz that you admire most? Okay, you can answer that.
Well, we met at a nightclub in the UK, but I'd already seen a picture of him probably about a year prior. My brother and a bunch of his friends all went on holiday. When they came back, I was looking at the photographs and I said, "Oh, who's that?" And he said, "Oh, that's Darren."
I like him.
I didn't. I just thought, I don't know who that is. And then a friend of mine started dating a guy, and we were going to meet him, and he was with Darren, and that's how we met.
Yeah, he was my best friend, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At the time.
And what do I admire about him? I admire
Tough
his
one,
hard work.
Yeah.
He's worked hard and provided a good life for us and the children.
I do work hard, you're right. I'm always working. I work like 24 hours a day. I do.
Used to, not
I'm
anymore.
constant. Still do now. I work very hard. Anyway, cheers for that. I hope it answers your question. From Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson. I've been wanting to know about your life in the USA for a while, since the early Office Bloke React days. Question for you, Office Bloke Daz. You hinted at being a logistics in some sort of oil refining in the past. What exactly did you do for work? Gaynor, what did you find most fascinating about the USA, if anything? And what was the worst thing? Aidan, how was the hospital that you were born in? everything you imagined. Has Sophie ever been to the USA? So I don't know if you
start
remember.
off with how the hospital was.
Luxurious.
It was a nice hospital, yeah.
It was a very nice hospital.
I
It was
don't know.
called.
Do you know what
West,
hospital?
Was it Central State?
No, Central State was
Freehold.
Do you want me to try and find out what?
It was called West Long Branch.
It was called West Long
One-
Branch
was it-
Medical Centre.
I think it was called Monmouth Medical Centre. Actually.
It was Monmouth Medical Centre
is
in
that
West
what it
Long
was?
Branch.
Yeah, in West Long Branch. Yeah, a very nice hospital. Almost like hotels, the hospitals over
Yeah.
there. The ones we
Are
had,
they?
ones we had experience with anyway.
Yeah.
You know, when you're both born, Gaynor gets her own room, and
Yeah,
it's
Declan
like
was,
a little bit of a hotel room with
yeah,
an
Declan was
ensuite.
born at Central State in Freehold.
Freehold. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in logistics. I've answered that question prior, but yeah, in logistics, mostly in the oil and gas sort of industry towards the end of my time in logistics.
Yeah.
But covered pretty much a variety of everything. Where I first started out was doing human remains, believe it or not. And it's a quick story on it was when they used to bring the coffins in. I wanted to do something that no one else did. So it's kind of like, I used to look at other people around the airport. I was only 16, 17 at the time. I used to look at other people and think, they've got a nice car and a nice life. He only works 2 days a week and he does dogs, and he was shipping dogs. So I went over and spoke to him, and he said to me, yeah, if you want to get involved, just a little bit of advice. He said, if you want to get involved in stuff, look at other things that people don't do. So I started doing livestock, like I did guinea pigs, I did pigs down to Mexico, I did horses, then I started getting into race horses, but then I also did human remains, because no one else wanted to touch them because everyone was a little bit freaked out by handling a coffin. So nationalities like Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi, Irish, Italian, when they died, they got shipped back to their country of origin, sort of thing. So I become like the northwest contact for all the funeral directors in the northwest of England. So we used to do something like anywhere between 3 and 15 bodies a day, and it was booming, the business, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when they used to turn up, they come straight from like from a funeral in the UK. So they all flowers and everything on the coffins. So when the flowers used to come, I used to take them all off because we couldn't ship them because they were perishable. We used to take them off, put them in the office, and then put them in like bunches and stuff, and then give them out to the staff. And then take a load home for Gaynor every day, like big bunches sort of thing. She never really questioned where I was getting them from. Right? She used to say, "Oh, nice flowers." Put them in a
Making them
vase.
from a dead man.
So she put them in put them in a vase and all that kind of stuff. And we had nice. The house was covered in flowers all the time, wasn't it? Fresh flowers, you know, that day sort of thing. And
Then one day, as I was taking the flowers out, I seen a card and it said, "Sorry for your loss." That's when he was busted.
she's like, "Where'd you get these flowers from?" I said, "They come in on the coffin." She just never asked. In the sense, I didn't lie and say I'd been out and bought them. She just never asked. So,
I think you tried to get away with making out you were romantic and brought me flowers.
everyone had flowers.
Did you not think what he was doing
I'd
though?
take
Like
them to the
guilty
pub.
every day
Yeah.
bringing you
We had
flowers.
thousands of flowers, like a florist. I probably could have opened a florist.
Yeah.
And then I used to take him. I used to take him into the pub and then put like a wreath on the bar that said "Dad." do anything with these? Do you want this? Yeah. But it was that's what I did. I think that answers everything on there, wasn't it? Right, Gaynor, what did you find most fascinating about the USA, if anything?
The friendliness. I think everybody was really friendly and open, and it was easy to meet people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found fascinating about the USA? Like the tailgating outside before matches and stuff, before American football matches and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, like I would imagine I know you can find it here, but like people like just bring their own cars and like get a barbecue out at the boot. Like, is that what they do?
Yeah.
Out the trunk.
Yeah, you'd have
That's crazy.
exactly. You'd have stores like outside the city ground and stuff, but there'll be like businesses that's like trucks for food,
Yeah.
and everyone brings their own food, which
Yeah.
I think
It
is
makes
quite
it
cool,
cheaper
right?
though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You
bring
know.
your own food and drinks to the game.
It's a lot more sociable.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is from TM. Who I know actually, he won the football boots for the Gundawan boots.
Oh, okay.
So they're on the way. They're on the way over to you. I don't know. There's a postal strike on here at the moment, so I'm not sure what kind of delay that'll be. But anyway, they're on the way over to you. As you know, we've been in touch. What song best describes your marriage?
Highway to Hell.
If you could do life all over again, what would you, for sure, take time to appreciate more? We appreciate a lot what we do. We do take time out now to appreciate what we have, what we do. We make memories more than anything,
Yeah.
so we go to a lot of places. We do travel a lot.
Yeah.
Our song that describes our marriage. It's the long winding road, the road to nowhere.
No, our wedding song is Simply Red Stars.
Yeah. So it's always something we still put on now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's your answer to that, mate. I'm going to try and breeze through these.
Sophie, your daughter? No.
No, Sophie's not our daughter. Yeah. This is from Malik Patel. What did each of you study after high school in university? University?
I didn't go uni.
And how did Daz figure out what he wanted to do for a career? Also, Daz has hinted he was a sprinter. So what happened to that? Yeah, we didn't go to, none of us went to uni.
No.
Also, Daz has claimed
I
to be
think-
everything.
Sophie went to uni.
I went to university.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did 4 years, yeah.
Not in spelling, right?
Not in spelling, no. I did a 3-year undergrad in early years and childhood studies, and I did a 1 year PGCE.
Okay.
I'm a teacher, yeah.
I became what I did because I lived near the airport, and I didn't have to get any transport, so I could walk to work. So I just got a job near the airport, and then they actually moved me to another location, which, lucky enough, my brother worked in the same building.
Yeah.
So he lived at home at the time, so he used to take me in his car until I passed my test. I was only 16 when I left school. I was actually late 15s when I left school.
Then I went
And
to
then went
college
back.
to
Yeah.
do my NNEB
Yeah.
to become a nanny, and then became a teacher in the UAE because you don't actually need to go to university if it's the early years.
No, I did go to. I went to college as well to do to be an accountant, and that lasted about 2 years. And like a course.
I mean, I went to college to do photography, and
You
it
did.
only lasted in like.
Yeah, so didn't really do that. The sprinting side, yeah. When I was young, I tried out for the 1988 Olympics in Korea. Didn't make it, obviously. I wasn't there, but I was used to run pretty fast as a kid. I did a PB at 10.8 when I was younger. Never broke 11 since I did that day. But it was it was just fast. And what made me fast was
Being chased by the police.
correct. Where we lived was like a bit of a naughty neighbourhood, and we were kind of wrong-uns. We'd come from not a large family, but 2 older brothers. There was me, and then there was loads of us on the street. We were all boys, so we all used to get together at night and then all go out looking to cause trouble, and just wind the police up. As soon as you saw a police car, we all run. We hadn't done anything wrong.
I remember
we all
that's
just
what
run.
Declan did once. It was the funniest thing. He was like looking at the police car like all suspicion, then just ran the opposite
Yeah.
direction trying to get the police car to chase after him.
And that's
I was
what we
like,
used to do.
"You're
The police used to chase us for it,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing. So it was one of them, and and that's what made me fast. And also riding my push bike, sort of thing. So I had massive calves. I still have massive calves now, but it made me fast at running. So it was I ran for the school, I ran for the area, I ran for the district, and all that kind of stuff. So it was just one of them that just took it out, boring. Rather play football.
What do you guys think about Seattle?
What do you guys think about Seattle? From Kale.
I've never been.
I've never been.
Don't know much about it.
The only thing I know about it is Starbucks.
The only thing I
Isn't
know
that where it
about it is probably
originated?
that tower.
Yeah,
And the movie, Sleepless in Seattle.
yeah.
Oh,
Or the
yeah.
Seattle
No,
Supersonics.
Seattle Supersonics.
Or
Yeah.
the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't really think much about Seattle. We've not been.
Or the Seattle Sounders.
Yeah.
Seattle Sounders.
I would like to go. I like to
Who
go to the
will
West
win on
Coast.
Friday? The USA v England.
I've always got to say England.
Yeah, I've got to say
Yeah.
England.
Always.
USA.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm an
That was
England
from
fan, I'm used to it.
Axel. This is from Jason. What do you think the world will look like in 2030? Oof.
Apparently people can be living on the moon in 10 years.
I saw that the other day, a news article on that. So I don't know. It's if it's going at any rate we're going today, I don't even think we'll be here in 2030. You know what I mean? From Ninja Firewolf. Ninja Firewolf. That's a proper name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey. How long did it take for you to get used to driving on the right and crossing the street? Same as what we just asked before.
Yeah.
In nations that drive on the right, it was dead easy for me. It's something I picked up real quick. Driving around, crossing.
But if you make that like one mistake and confusion and you just start driving on the other side.
Mate, this morning we had an issue with one of the cars that we've got here in the company, and I went out and I went to the wrong side of the car again. I still do it. I still go to the left.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, wrong side. And then many times I've got in the car and sat in the wrong side.
Yeah,
And
you
pretend I'm looking for something and get back out and walk back round it. I've done it a few times, trust me.
as well.
Yeah, it's easy to do. We won't ask the question from Jet Sloppy. That's not appropriate.
I want to know now.
Rosie 2089. If you had to move back to the USA, but not to a state that you previously lived in, what 3 states would you consider?
I'd like to stay on the East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd love to live in Vermont.
Yep.
I would say Florida.
Florida. Man in Florida.
Man in Florida. No, I just want to live somewhere hot. To be honest, now I would also want to live on the East Coast, but also somewhere hot. So I'd probably want to live in Miami or somewhere.
Yeah. Soph,
New York, I'd just yeah.
have you been to the USA? That was a question before we never answered.
Oh no, never.
No,
No,
not been to the USA.
no. Never went abroad till I was 19 in Ibiza. So,
I'd
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my-
so plenty of places I want to go.
I mean, obviously, I'd like to go. Boston is appealing to me, so I'd like to go up to Massachusetts. Chicago is also another city that I like.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Isn't Chicago? I don't want to offend anyone that's from Chicago, but isn't it meant to be a bit of a dump?
But when we went, I mean, I think crime's probably sort of like got bigger over there in Chicago over the recent years.
Apparently, it's like a lot like overhyped than what it actually
Well,
is.
when we went,
like
we had
the
a good
name's
time.
a lot better than the actual place.
We actually took you to watch England v the USA football. We went on a football trip there to Chicago,
Okay.
watched England v USA at Soldier Field, is it?
Yeah.
Somewhere like that.
And your face
But yeah,
painted.
yeah, quite like that. And then I'd like to really go out there and live in somewhere like Idaho.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like to live in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
in like a
In the
ranch.
south. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, with some horses.
No, I
Imagine
wouldn't-
living in
but if
like
I'm going
the
to somewhere
centre
like-
of Montana. What
No,
would
but I
you do with
wouldn't.
your life?
I'm not saying that. I'd live in somewhere like Boise, like an upcoming town that's sort of like got like minimal crime, that's like pretty trendy and pretty neat, upcoming.
I've always wanted to live. When you watch the Christmas movies and the small town girl moves away for a job to New York or LA,
And some guy's car breaks down and
and
comes
then,
and murders her.
and then she comes back,
Great Christmas film.
and the guy, you know, in the local deli makes eyes, and I want to live
Yeah,
there.
I know what you mean.
I'm
I'm the
surprised
same.
you didn't
Yeah.
say Tennessee.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to live in Nashville.
Yeah.
Well, I would, but
There's so many places I want to
Yeah.
live and go. I
There's
just
so
love,
many places.
I just love the USA. It's one of them places where it's you know.
Maybe like Atlanta, Georgia, or something.
I've been to Atlanta a couple of times. It's not somewhere I'd want to live. Not Atlanta anyway.
No.
Some parts of Georgia I'd probably have a look at, but not Atlanta.
I'd rather live in
weren't really
I'd
keen.
live in the centre of Baltimore.
If the kids were asked by a stranger that they just met, and let's say they were in Canada on a trip, if they are British or American, what would their answer be instinctively with dual citizenship?
British.
yeah, for you
I would
were
say
only very, very
British.
young, and Declan would say British as well. That he was 7 when he left.
Yeah, yeah,
So they were young.
yeah, 7 or 8, wasn't he?
Declan remembers a lot more than
Yeah.
Aidan does.
But the funny thing is if you asked, if a stranger walked up to Aidan and Declan and said to Aidan, "Where are you from?" and he'll go, "Britain," and walk off. If you said to Declan, "Where are you from?" he'd be there for about 2 hours having a chat.
I was born in New Jersey.
Life story, yeah, within a minute. So yeah, that's
And then he'd ask if you want your hair cut.
Are you doing okay?
So just quickly, I'm just going to jump to another page here, which we asked Ask Us Anything sort of thing, and get in the comment section on here. There's only a couple more left. Hey, Daz, don't have too many beers. Yeah,
Too late.
Enjoy the time together. Too late for that. When living in the States, this is the other one. The same person who just asked this, Rizzy 2089 or whatever it is. When living in the States, how long did you live in New Jersey and Texas? Also, did you live in any other state while you all were here? Well, we lived in 10 years in New Jersey, 2 years in Texas, and we didn't live anywhere else,
No,
did we?
no. And we drove from New Jersey to Texas.
When we relocated, we drove down. We took the option to. We sent one car down with the movers.
Yeah.
We jumped in one car, and the 4 of us drove down, stopping in a variety of states on the way down. We took our time. Was it 2 weeks? We took to get down
we
there.
stayed in like log cabins in
Yeah, Tennessee
and
Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia and Kansas, was it? And some places
Yeah.
like Kansas.
Yeah.
And, can't remember where else we stayed.
some places we drove through. We
Louisiana.
went, we're not stopping here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's that one. Kevin. I don't know how to pronounce that last word. Can't even say it.
Kevin.
I'm just curious what you do for work, Daz. It seems like you've done well for yourself and your family, and you've had the opportunity to travel and also live in the States. So it's just kind of like we've covered that, Kev. But you know the drill, yeah. And it's keep up the good content and all that. Good luck, really a good luck one, and good luck to the USA against England as well. Do you guys root for different teams? I have family all over America, so everybody gets into fights over football. Good-hearted fights sometimes. There's only 2 teams I root for: City and England in football. I always have one team in every sport, and that's it.
You can't
So-
have more than one.
No. So
And
NFL, it's New
over
York
here,
Giants.
over here, no franchise moves about and stuff. All families from the same place, and
Yeah.
most kids would always choose their dad's team as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's changed a little bit now because a lot of kids who would be United fans overall, because Man United was successful in like the 90s and 2000s. So most of the kids who are like younger now, like your age and below, a lot of them are United fans purely based on the fact of the success that United had and their dads would want to be now.
It started to change a
But
bit.
it's changing now because I see a lot of United fans who are my age or younger whose sons are
Have
City
you seen
fans,
that?
and I
Have you
love
seen
it.
that interview when how Jack Grealish did that thing?
Yeah, with
that
his arms.
celebration.
Yeah, his dad's a United fan.
His dad's a
isn't he?
United
Yeah,
fan.
saw that. Yeah, saw that. But yeah, I only have one team for every sport. So if you want to know what they are, NFL is the New York Giants.
New York Giants for me. as well.
NHL is the New Jersey Devils.
Same.
MLB is the New York Mets.
Yankees.
Although I have been to watch the New York Yankees against the Houston Astros
I'm a Yankees
in the Astros Stadium with Derek Jeter's last season, and I got behind home plate. I was actually sat in the first row back behind home plate, so that was quite nice experience to do. And then football, English football, obviously Manchester City.
What about the American football?
NBA?
Like, not like American soccer.
American soccer is I'd probably go for New York
New York City, yeah, have to be.
Just because they're part of the group of Man City.
Yeah.
You know.
And NBA.
I would go for the Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn Nets. Or the Charlotte.
They used to be,
I like
they
the
used to be the
Charlotte.
New,
Yeah.
well, they used to be the New Jersey Nets, but we like the Charlotte Hornets because LaMelo Ball plays for him, and he's one of our relatives. So if you're watching LaMelo, yeah, okay. That was from Amanda Michelle, by the way. Josh Smith, how are you planning on coming back to the USA again, and in what region? This is a story that we may enjoy. How and where did you meet up? Keep up the good work. Yeah, we've answered that as well.
Yep.
Quick one. We met in a nightclub, and we said that before.
Yeah.
Plans to come back. We will be back to visit quite regular,
Yeah.
at least once a year, hopefully. We went this year in the summer. We went last year in November.
Yeah.
So we will be planning. We come different parts as well. So if you want us to come to your town, give us a shout out and let us know why we should come and what's there. Some guy offered me to go out on his boat in Seattle or Washington.
At least you can tell them what you think of it then.
Yeah, and then I can tell them what they think. Yeah.
But when before like November last year, wasn't it like 20 years before you last went to America?
12
No,
years,
16 for you. But I'd been for work,
Oh.
so I'd been back recently. So well, not that recently, but yeah. Will you ever come to Australia? This is from Strider91. Would you ever come to Australia? I'm going to keep asking because I love you guys.
It's far.
It's far, yeah.
I've always said Australia's like one of them countries that would just fascinate me, and it's like once you're there, you just wouldn't really believe that you're actually here. It's like sort of unbelievable in a way.
I'd like to go, but it is far away.
But imagine seeing a
We've got
kangaroo
so
there.
many friends there.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like,
Chester
seeing a
Zoo, mate,
kangaroo.
you've got
Koala.
Have they got kangaroos at Chester Zoo? What?
Yeah.
I thought they
Chester
were
Zoo.
only in Australia.
Yeah, but you see, but if I went to Australia, I'd have to tag on New Zealand and do the whole New Zealand thing as well.
Yeah.
We've got friends in New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Got friends in Australia, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've just
Got
got
friends
friends.
everywhere, man.
We have got friends all over the world, yeah. How and when did you meet each other? For us two, we've answered that. From Dacholo. And the last question, what's the square root of 64? That'd be 8. Or who will advance from Group B? That will be England and the USA, if you're asking me.
Yeah.
Do you know the square root of 64?
8.
Sophie?
8.
Do you know how?
8 times 8.
You have to times it by itself, don't you? Times it
Square
by
it
itself.
across the board.
I wasn't asking you, Mel.
Jesus. Well, that concludes our Ask Us Anything. So, hope we answered all your questions, what
Yeah.
you wanted to know. Do you have any questions for them out there?
Not really.
Are you subscribed?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Have you liked the video yet?
Yeah. Have you been on our giveaway where you're giving away $500 US in a currency of your choice anywhere in the world? It will be drawn on December 23rd. Go onto the video, which is the giveaway. Register your number of how many subscribers you think we'll have by December 23rd. It closes on December 17th and the draw will be done and the money will be transferred right before Christmas. So it'll be a nice little Christmas bonus. Winner gets $300, second place $150, third place $50. You got a like on Instagram as well. Follow us on Instagram, which is Office Bloke Daz. Do all that. If you don't want to go on Instagram and you want to just play along for fun, do that as well. Have a guess because there will be a consolation prize is the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
That's correct. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll find something and it'll be a good prize because we do give away good prizes.
We do.
And there'll be more prizes coming up as well. We give away the boots, the Gundogan boots.
Yeah.
He scored yesterday in the World Cup.
He did, but he lost.
He got beat, yeah, but he was probably man of the match for Germany. But we give away them boots. We've got other stuff as well which we've given away. So please keep watch out for that. And like I say, subscribe to the channel. Help the channel grow.
If you're still watching, because it's probably quite a long video, and it'll be quite late on, I want you to comment what your favourite thing about England is in the comments because we've told what our favourite things about America is.
Yeah.
From the food to the favourite city. I don't
Manchester.
Care.
Yes, Manchester. Yeah.
Anyway,
Correct
yeah, let us know in
answer.
the comments.
Yeah.
That's a good one, that Aid. Yeah, I like that.
So I'd like to know.
Yeah, yeah, same. I'd like to know that as well. Yeah, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. I'd do a part 1, part 2 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.